Hi guys, what if I were to tell you that there's a better way to travel to an all-inclusive resort? Now, I want to talk to you about booking with a member, okay? And members, I'm going to have a section at the end of this video where I'm going to talk to you about how to basically refer people. And if you have that in your membership, I think you want to take advantage of it. It really helps people and it helps you too. And I'm going to talk to you about some pretty bad story of the people I've referred. And yeah, how does it affect your membership? Because that counts too, right? All right, let's talk about it. So travelers, if you want to go to a resort, what are you going to do? You're going to normally go and check on TripAdvisor. You're going to read a bit about it. You might check on YouTube, check the reviews, check a few videos, and then you're going to decide to go with either Expedia or whatever travel agency you want to use, book your week. Now, this is not exactly the right way to do it. I'm going to tell you why. If you ever watch any of my video and reviews about Hard Rock, you will see that I have colors at the bottom. And I explain in these reviews that these colors mean whatever benefit you have and sections that you have access or denied access to. Now, if you travel, for example, with somebody like me, you're going to have, let's say, blue bracelet. So you have access to restricted areas that are only for VIP, special restaurant, extra things, better wine, better food, better alcohol, bigger room, like you're going to have, access to presidential suite and a bunch of other stuff. There's a huge, super long list that I'm put in the description below for you to check what you have included, which you don't if you go with Expedia. And this is one big issue. Now, you have to understand this, okay? I'm going to talk to you about why members are doing this or should be doing it. I'm going to talk to you about what benefit you get and what are the true reason you should book with a members. We're going to talk about the scam too. We're going to talk about all that. There are members like me, and if you watch my video about Hall of Fame members at Hard Rock, you see right away that some of us have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on our membership. We know all the managers, we know all the directors, the head of public relation, head of every single department, restaurant, stuff like that. We know all the chef know all of us, and the high-level members like this, they know us. If there's any issue, we have them on WhatsApp. We can immediately text them and say, hey, I have a friend of mine at the resort right now or a guest at the resort and he's having an issue. And immediately, they get help. Now, if you go with Expedia, well, you're going to call, you're going to be online, and, if there's any issues, that issue might not get fixed. Also, the resort, the only incentive they have is basically the number of stars you might give them on TripAdvisor, as opposed to the members where we have hundreds of thousands of dollars and they want more money. So, of course, they know, this is Mario's guest. Okay, we'll take care of Mario's guest. The same thing if you have things that you like to have. It's a special occasion, you want to have something special, that's not a problem. Members have tons and tons of benefit that others don't have that are from long time ago, okay? Things that are no longer available. Like I have hundreds of thousands of resort credits. Now they're starting to ban resort credits. So if you want to have free massage, you can have that. Well, my membership still can have it. A lot of things like this from other members left and right. So this is one of the big reasons. Now, there are three types of weeks that normally member will use to refer you, and this is also another advantage, okay? So let's say, for example, they invite me for a presentation and say, okay, we want you to invest another $100,000. We're going to give you 50 weeks for that. So these weeks cost me $2,000. Maybe I'm going to sell them to you in high season when they were $4,000 if you book with Expedia, and I'll sell them to you for cheaper because for me, well, I only paid $2,000 and I want to get rid of them. I also have special dynamic week, and when I say I mean a lot of very high-level members would have those. They have like dynamic week, so the price is generally better than Expedia. Not by much, but if you add all the extra benefit you have that maybe even on Expedia, you cannot even pay the absolute extra to get them. So let's view it as an aircraft. You have the economy section. This is where you'll be if you book with Expedia. Business class, if you're basically the guest of somebody like me. And then maybe first class, where you will never have access to that because it's only for the members. Now, the third type of weeks, okay, that you probably will never know about, but the member knows, and trust me, you'll see by the negotiation and the price, is the week that's about to expire. So last year, for example, I had 12 weeks that are about to expire because of COVID-19. Yeah, maybe I could have negotiated with them to extend those weeks, but I decided to use them for myself. It was very tough to refer people. No Canadian wanted to travel. American to travel had to do COVID COVID-19 tests back and forth. It was very tough. Nobody wanted to travel in January, February, and March last year. So I traveled to 12, weeks to 5 different resorts, and I had a lot of fun. I used those weeks, but if I had no other choice and I couldn't have traveled, maybe I would have dumped these weeks at $1,000 a week in order to be able to get them out of my inventory before I lose them. Because if I lose them, then that's it. I lose the money. May as well I get $1,000. That's another way you can get weeks on the cheap. And you're going to see a lot of people on eBay dumping these weeks sometimes. Now, you have to be careful, and we're going to talk about how you book with a member and what to look for. Okay, the first thing you want to look for is the benefit you're going to get. Not every membership are created equal. Okay, so if you're like me with an Hall of Fame Platinum membership and hundreds of thousands of dollars of investment, then you will refer people at the VIP level with blue bracelet, and they're going to have an amazing time. If I travel with you at the same time, but I happen to be at the resort, which I am often, then you will end up getting the same benefit I have. Anybody else telling you otherwise, they're more than likely lying to you. If they're not, they have a special clause in their contract that could be possible, but generally that doesn't work because there's nothing in our contract about the guest level. Okay, our level, yes, they cannot remove this because it's in the contract, but the people I refer will get the level that the resort wants to give them, at the moment. Okay, not when you travel, but right now we know that the people we refer have VIP level. If that changed, then we'll inform you about it, before the next booking, or the member should inform you not to have any issues. Now, another thing too is, when do you pay with a member? And is it secure? Is it safe? Is it possible you be scammed? Yeah, you could be scammed, but if you follow this instruction right now, you'll never be. First of all, pay only after you have received your reservation confirmation. And guys, if you're a member and you hear it right now and you're like, ooh, that's bad. Yes, it is. The truth is that high-level members, and sorry if you're not one, the point is, we have concierge and we have benefits. I can book the week without paying for it immediately. Now, this is the advice I'm going to give you travelers. What you're going to do, you're going to check once you receive your reservation confirmation, you're going to check what's the reservation number. You're going to call the resort directly. You can check the phone number on Google. Don't ask the person. Check the one on Google to make sure it's the real number. Call the resort and say, hey, my name is John Smith. I have reservation 12345. Is it valid? What are the weeks? Give me the information. Give me the benefit, whatever. If they have to transfer you to member services, they will. If they need to transfer you to a manager or something, they will. But you'll be able to confirm that this reservation is in the system. And then after that, once you confirm that, you pay. Now, the reason why most members ask you to pay in advance is because of the fact that they don't have a concierge, they don't have a lot of equity in their membership, so the resort don't want to take a risk on them. So what they do, they will ask you to pay in advance, and that's it. So they don't have a person dedicated to them. So you have to call the call center and do your booking immediately. If it's available, you pay right away. In my case, I can do whatever I want. So mainly, guys, this is the reason why you want to book with a member, because you're going to get way better benefit at better prices. And we all know the managers and every staff. So basically, we have the ability to give you a ton of other benefit and immediately interact with you, or directly. You're going to have my WhatsApp. You're going to be able to text me on WhatsApp and say, okay, Mario, look, I have that issue. And that's it. As for the members, well, I'm going to start talking to you now. And if you're a traveler and you want to use a member, I think you should stay on the video, because I'm going to talk to you about a few things, and I'm going to reveal a few things at the end of the video too. All right, members, guys, look, when you sit down for a presentation, they more than likely will offer you certain advantages if you refer people. It could be something like you refer 2 people, you get a free week, or you get $700 or something. And that's one thing you have to be very careful. What are the conditions? Because honestly, I have tons and tons of those $700 that I cannot use. If I were to combine them together, I could buy a Ferrari. The reason is that they're so tough to use that they're not even worth it, okay? Those $700 can only be used if I pay full price for the week. Make no sense. Can only be used during April to May when I don't really travel, or cannot be used during the Holy Week, cannot be used at Christmas, cannot be used in February, March, cannot be used. Okay, so the narrow margin of time that I can use these weeks is almost impossible. Okay, so I'm stuck with all kinds of people I refer, all kinds of $700 that I can gift cards or something like that I can never use. Be careful with that. Now, members, let's talk about cancellation, and that's why I wanted the travelers to stay, because look, cancellation is another thing too. I can cancel anything a week before showing up. Actually, if it's an emergency, I might cancel it 24 hours in advance. I'm not sure it's going to be granted, but a week for sure. Now, the idea is this. Let's say it's, you do 4 families at $3,000 each. Okay, great, $12,000, and they decide to cancel a week before. Do you have $12,000 to give them? I hope you do, because if you don't, you spend the money, then you're going to be in trouble. Okay, so be careful with cancellation. I didn't have that many, but when I did, I refunded them and that was not an issue. But you have to have the money to do that. So that could be a problem. What if your reference or underage? That's another thing you have to check. Okay, so your contract might say 7 nights and they have to be over 35 years old or 40 years old, for example. Well, if the person on the contract is not, the resort, when they're gonna, check the person when they arrive, they're gonna check their passport, they're gonna mark down their age. If they're underage, you're not going to get your referral, and that's a problem. So you will waste that week and you will not get the referral. So that's a problem. You have to check all these conditions, okay? 7 nights. You could refer someone less than 7 nights, but then you're going to lose the week and not get the reference. So that's why normally I just tell the people, if you're not willing to book for at least 7 nights, I'm not interested. That's it. For me, it's simple. So weekend getaway, 3-4 nights, I don't do. What if you refer someone that's very bad? Okay, that happened to me, okay? And if you know which resort this is, well, tell me in the comment below. But yes, I had people that did all kinds of crappy stuff, okay? Orgy by the pool. I had a couple that was actually thrown out of the resort. These things happen, okay? Some were my reference, some others were just other guests, okay? But I mean, I've seen it all. The resort understand and they're used to that stuff, okay? And they want your business in the future. Now, if you make a habit of it, that's one thing. But, if you just picked up somebody on eBay or whatever, somebody you talk to at the resort and you say, hey, yeah, next time, book with me, and they book with you and they, create trouble, well, that's not your fault, okay? The resort will deal with it. It's not going to impact your membership. The only time you're going to be in trouble is if you try to cheat what's in your membership, okay? So you're going to tell them, yeah, you're going to get the black bracelet to get all the benefit of a diamond, for example, or Hall of Fame, and that's not true. And then the people show up over there, I was promised this, and here's the email, blah, blah, blah. That could put you in trouble, so don't lie. The other one is putting them as beneficiary, pretend they're your member of your family or something, or pretend they're you, which is even more ridiculous because the idea is this. They'll know right away. They'll check their passport. They'll realize they're not you. You'll be in trouble. Your guests might even be in trouble. So, hello, don't do that. Cheating on the age is also in order to be able to, make them pay a little less. Okay, a lot of people that you'll see that in guests. Okay, when you get a lot of people, you have no idea how many people I had issues with saying, "Oh, I'm traveling with 2 kids." Okay, how old are your kids? They're 24 and 26. I'm sorry, they're adult, but they're my kids. I understand that, but they're not kids. And sometimes they don't tell you. They show up at the resort and now they cannot go into the family suite because family is for families, and now they're in trouble and they didn't tell you. And that's the kind of thing that you could be in trouble for. So you have to be a bit careful with that. Now, the last one I want to talk to you in closing, because this is probably the question that I'm asked the most, okay, is do you need to participate to a presentation when you're referred by a member? The answer is no, you don't. At least not in my membership at any rate. I don't know for other people, but the answer generally should be no. However, you cannot basically prevent sales rep to be what they are, sales rep, especially if you smell money. Okay, so if you show up over there at 25 years old, you're, basically on your honeymoon, or it's your first trip, or you basically just finished school, whatever, and you just show up over there and like, yeah, I just want to have fun with my girlfriend, whatever, they're not going to bother you. If you show up over there like a guy I referred to a few months ago, and you go over there and like, oh, Mr. Marco Cortez, welcome to Hard Rock. It's Dr. Cortez, okay? And I'm from the most prestigious hospital in Hollywood. Oh, really? Do you seriously, they're not going to try to ask you for a presentation? So money is no object to you? You do heart surgery or whatever, or brain surgery and something like that? Of course, they're going to smell the money and they're going to ask you to attend the presentation. You can absolutely refuse. If you accept, they're going to give you a gift. Could be, a few $100s, could be a massage, could be a bunch of other things, okay? Whatever. 90 minutes, you listen, that's it. Now, members, what happened if they go to a presentation and they actually became Diamond, Hall of Fame, whatever, they spend $200,000 that day? Well, two things will happen. Either you're going to get like a huge thank you email and you're going to get maybe a free week or something like that, or you might not even hear a thing about it. Okay, that's it. It is possible. It both has actually happened to me. Okay, I refer somebody at Leblanc and they became member and I got a free week at Leblanc. I refer someone another resort that I would rather not name, okay, and I received nothing, not even a thank you note. So guys, if you have any question, any experience, something you want to know, I've been doing it for 7 years, tons of them. So if you want to talk to me in the comment below, please do so. Give me the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I see you in the next video.